So I want to show you the Oso amp, which is some of you guys maybe have been seeing these on Instagram. I will repost when I repost the video and tag Oso amps. It's my buddy Steven from the UK, and he makes really killer amps. He is the probably the expert on the UL amps. He's owned every one that they made for the most part, and still does own. And he basically started making a 15-watt version and selling them, and they're really insane. So like she said, I have a theory that there are two guitars, but I think one of them is using the fuzz that's built in, and I think one of them is just kind of cranked. You can hear the low end, you know. Give it even more, a little more on the So I think that's definitely one of the guitars, and I think that the other one that's it's doubled with is with this fuzz. It's very subtle. It can get a little fuzzy, obviously, but I think without it and with it is kind of the key. And those of you that wanted to hear Paperback Rider through the UL through an SG. Pull the mid-range down. Down even more. It's a little bassier. Pull down the treble, turn up the mid-range. Too dark for a casino, that's for sure. You know, here, there, everywhere. Not so sure. might have been the Bassman, honestly. Like Taxman, I think it's just such a mid-rangey sound. And I think it has to do with the console as well. The sound of these guitars so much is the console. I'm running this through a U47 red channel, no limiting coming in, but I think so much of the sound is the red desk and the Rad EQ and the Brilliance boxes. Maybe not that trebly, but I think the mid-range is definitely up. It will be you 1940, 'cause I'm a taxman. Yeah, I'm a taxman. You know, I could show you. I'll show you guys some stuff in post too with the EQs that really makes that kind of spank in a way that is what you hear on the record, as opposed to this kind of just raw no EQ. Because you know I don't have the desk EQ, so shut up. Anyway, the possibilities are endless. This is a really cool amp. It's also very capable of the bass tones from Sgt. Pepper. And I'll show you in the next video as well, because this is basically the same amp that was used for Sgt. Pepper for the bass. They had a 430, which was the 30-watt version of this, but it had the bass filtering. It's such a full bandwidth amp anyway, I don't really think it matters that much on the filtering going in, because it sounds so great with bass. But as you'll see on Revolver, it's probably a lot of the Bassman for the bass parts on Revolver. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it, and email Steven. He's got a new round of these amps coming out all the time, and they're incredible. And I'm probably gonna get another one at some point, maybe a 30-watt. See if I can get him to put a tremolo into it, maybe a reverb.